Brad McLeod here, SoulGrinderPT.com. Just up here on the mountain, Palomar Mountain. Just getting really a great view. Give you guys a shot. This is what we see. This is the sun's just gone down, and just wanted to give you guys kind of a view of it. That's why I like coming up here. See the moon up here. And this is just definitely why I like to come up to the mountain here in Kokoro. It's just so peaceful, it's so calm. But just really having some great conversations here, heading up the mountain. Talking to my buddy Pierre here just a few minutes ago. Pierre's from South Africa. And just talking about all the big plans he's been through Kokoro and just how much his life has changed, and you know how great things are. I'll give you guys a good view of the sunset there. But yeah, just really psyched to be up here on the mountain. You know, there's just so much chaos back in the city, chaos back home, and Atlanta on 285 traffic and all that, and so it's really refreshing to get up here, and you can hear the crickets. You know, pretty soon we'll be seeing the stars. And just breathe in the fresh air. You know, you can smell the fresh air up here, up at higher altitude. But just, yeah, the athletes here, they're all going to be, they're coming on up the mountain. The Kokoro athletes are going to be going all the way, way on up there. Got a long hike today. And it's kind of interesting, though, just talking with Pierre earlier, talking about how, you know, he's been on that hike and come up the mountain, and talking about how, you know, the clearing of the mind when you actually do have those opportunities where you can get away from the chaos and the cell phones and the beepers and just, you know, the problems of the world, and where you actually have that opportunity where, you know, in Kokoro we're always stressing teamwork, and you're definitely going to be as a team coming up the mountain. But in a certain sense, you actually have that ability, because it is so quiet, that you begin to reflect inwardly, which for some people can be a bad thing, you know, in that your fears, your pain of your body, those things begin to, say, collapse in on you. So it can be actually bad in some ways. But for many athletes, those that want to strive to step to that next level, they begin to take the teachings of Kokoro and use those and apply those to actually begin to awaken themselves, to even find themselves. You guys can hear my friend the bird. As always, every time I come up here, I got the birds following me. But it's just so interesting in that, you know, the other day I'd listened to a great motivational speaker. I was at a big seminar up in New Jersey, just listened to this really great speaker. I won't mention his name. It doesn't, you know, it's very well known, but he, you know, either way, it's just what he said in one of the videos that I watched of him. It was just so amazingly profound in that he said, you know, if you want to find out who you really are, if you want to connect with who you really are, you need to just go out and walk all night long until you find yourself. That's kind of paraphrased, but he just basically said, you need to walk all night until you find yourself. And that's what we're looking at right here on this mountain, is that these guys walk all night long. And it's fairly quiet, other than the crickets, other than the crunching sound of the gravel underneath your feet. A lot of time to reflect, a lot of time to think inwardly, a lot of time to figure out who you are, why you're doing what you're doing. In some sense, that can be kind of scary, that reflection. In another sense, it can be incredibly liberating. Get rid of the old baggage. Get rid of the excess. Get rid of the things that were haunting you. And reconnect with the things that really matter. Define the things that matter. Find yourself. Walk all night. Find yourself. And that's what we do. We come up here. Every time I try to volunteer for the mountain. I love the mountain. I just love being in that place where you can get rid of some of that chaos. And apologize about my voice. It's been kind of yelling and stuff all day and running around, but yeah, just finding that place where you can disconnect from all the chaos of the world and move inwardly with your mind. Begin to sort things out. Begin to refresh. Begin to renew. Begin to rebuild. To continually build. To find, we talk about the 1%. Continue, you may have learned the 1% back down in the valley. But sometimes you may have to take those teachings, take that one thing up on the mountain, to sort it all out, figure it all out, and bring it back down, bring it back into practice. It's just a sort of clearing of the mind. And that's what you find in these peaceful situations. There's just so much power. You can hear that the crickets, they completely agree with me. They draw power from their brothers, from the wildness around them. They love this setting too. They're at home. But I just want you guys, your Kokoro is back home where you are. It's right there. You can go find that mountain. Go find that walk and walk all night. Definitely a few hours. And find yourself. I'm Brad McLeod, SoulGrinderPT.com, and I'm out.